What is going on, YouTubenites? Welcome to the Lords of the Long Box presents the CovrPrice Weekly Top 10. And with me, as usual, I got the legendary Lords crew and the return of DJ Curse. Because you know what, DJ Curse is, he's been hearing what you've been saying, Comic Lou, about DJ Curse words. So you know we had to represent. And talk about you, man.
Coming right. We're coming right.
Oh, yeah.
So I had a bunch of different audios going on here. So I got my man Darkside Jedi, Nemesis Prime, and DJ Curse. So DJ Curse had something planned. And at the very last minute, Justin was like, hey, man, can you play some of this? Because this group just broke up. So in honor of that group breaking up, we can give you 2 minutes or so to get you guys congregated. DJ Curse, show DJ Curse words how it's done. My man, DJ Curse. Give it up to DJ Curse on the world famous Beat Junkies. So that was one more time, or you can say one last time in tribute to the house music pioneers, or not pioneers, but, you know, legends of the house scene, Daft Punk, when they first started. Shout out to my man, DJ Curse. How you doing, DJ Curse?
Man, I'm doing well, fellas. I'm doing real well.
It's good to see you back, man. Back again also is my man, Darkside Jedi. Say what's up.
Yo, Tuesday night, you know what time it is. It's time for a top 11.
That's right. And speaking of
top 10
11,
plus one.
Speaking of plus one, is my man Nemesis Prime. Justin, say what's up.
Yo, that was some dope shit, man. Daft Punk, sad to see them go, but that was a great drill, man.
Justin was having flashbacks of fist pumping on the Jersey Shore when he was listening to that. DJ Curse, tell them where and when they can find you.
You can catch me on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/I am DJ Curse. I-am DJ Curse. You can catch me. I'll be on actually tomorrow. I think I'll be on at about 7 a.m. I'm going to go on. Well, I got to go on. I'm going to go on before work, I think. So,
okay.
But that being said, yeah. So I'm going to catch me on my Twitch channel, www.twitch.tv/I am DJ Curse.
The link is in the live chat. I implore you guys, anybody who is from SoCal or even the Bay Area, remembers Live 105 and K-Rock, this morning Curse got down with an 80s and 90s alternative mix from The Cure, Depeche Mode, New Order. It was so dope. Go check out his channel and watch it on the rewind. It was a show from this morning. That's just DJ Curse. He's a full service DJ. He can do it all, man. Next week will be a country remix, so we'll figure something out, man. The devil went down to Georgia or some shit like that.
Yeah, man. Throw some country songs my way. I take care of it.
Hey, leave your comments.
How about some Beethoven?
Oh, dun, 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 dun. There's a disco track like that. Remember that one?
I can feel that disco track of it, that old school disco track of Beethoven.
That's right. Before we get started, real quick, boys and girls, I don't really ask people for much, but I would like to, if you can, please help out this little fella here. This is my friend Savannah, as one of my girlfriend's good friends from work. They just have recently found out that the pup that they rescued has to get surgery to save her life, and it's going to cost $8,000. And they're only 23 years old. So the link for the GoFundMe for poor little Reese right there. Help however you can. $5, $10, $100.
Tell you what, get that dog insurance, man. My dog, I got it through my vet, and it saved me a lot of money.
So if you plan on giving a super chat, please don't, and I'd rather you give it to that GoFundMe that I have in the live link right there in the live chat. It's also in the video description. Oh, look at Reese, poor little Reese.
What's wrong? What happened? What's wrong with that?
It's in the GoFundMe.
Okay.
So they recently became she stopped eating. So I don't want to get you guys too depressed, but just help them out. It's $8,000. I can tell you right now. I don't want to get too carried away, but just help out if you can, man. Look at those poor eyes.
Instead of the super chats tonight, guys, just GoFundMe. That's the best way to do it for tonight.
GoFundMe.
Anybody who's watching it live or on the rewind.
Yeah, the link is in the live chat. Let's help out little Reese there. Every little bit in 2020, 2021 counts. So let's get right to it, boys and girls. This show is sponsored by our friends over at CovrPrice.com. Go to CovrPrice.com for all your collecting needs. You can sign up for a 2-week free trial if you like what you see. Sign up, and it's only $6.99 a month. The cost of a cup of coffee or something like that. Fries, I don't know. Also, our friends at KRSComics.com. Use discount code LOTLB to get 15% off anything in the KRS Comics exclusives. Their Star Wars variant was sold out already, but it was a dope one. So they're going to be dropping some more cool stuff. The new, what is it? Was it the Harley Quinn? That one is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, that one was fast as hell, sold out too. And I'm sad.
They're going to be really sexy Vampirella, a Vampirella one as well. But all Vampirella is sexy. So it's all sponsored by Rocket Comics. So Lord's Dungeon, get 20% off your first pressing order, be it 1 book or 1,000 books. If you have 1,000 books, please tag me. I want to see what you're submitting. Also, I saw people talking about the red hoodie. Sorry, you can't get the red one because the red is a variant just for Lords members, but you can still get black and blue ones over at the geekyswagshop.com. Go to geekyswagshop.com.
We're the only red shirts that live until the end of the episode.
That's right. We're not. That's because we're not Star Trek fans. We're Star Wars fans.
You'll see us at the end.
That's right. All right, so this is the weekly top 10, and as always, there's always one that doesn't quite make the list. Shout out to everybody in the live. Oh my God, there's already 114 of you. I was going to try to count off somebody, but I will try to highlight as usual because I like to see how many books you guys have. So please play along at home to put how many books that you have are on this Cover Price top 10. And don't feel bad. This isn't like the Shakers list, so there'll be a lot more people that have 5 out of 10. Hopefully there'll be no goose eggs. But starting off at number 11. So remember, it's going to be 1 or 0 of 11 or 11 of 11. You can't just do 10. It's an 11 list, remember. So the first one on the list should be no surprise. The runner-up is the Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 16. And yes, you shouldn't have been surprised. You knew this was coming. This is the first appearance of Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel is picking up steam with her place of prominence and road to powers in WandaVision was so dope. It's obvious that Marvel has long-term plans for her. The issue sold 17 copies, had a 7-day trend of 152%, hit a high new sale of 1,050 bonards, and a CDC 9.8. This book's not going to be on this list for too long because you're going to be priced out of it. Eventually, it'll be on the Shakers list, but if you watch the last episode of Monica Rambeau, kind of a pretty cool reveal when she does what does Deadpool say?
Superhero landing?
Just nailed the superhero landing. She nailed it. That was one of the cooler things, man. All right, let's get right to it, boys and girls. Let's get to the top 10. And with that, DJ Curse, what you got for me?
Number 10.
All right, what do we got for number 10?
This one's a great one. So we have the Department of Truth number 1. This is the Jenny for Zone cover B. There's tons of variants for this, tons of covers, but this one made it onto the top 10. So as noted by the Hollywood Reporter, James Tynion's comic Department of Truth, picked up by Elizabeth Murdoch and Stacy Snyder. This is a huge fire under the various covers, and spilling over into this is already scorching hot between Something is Killing the Children from Boom and this. But this Jenny Frison cover, man, sold 28 copies last week, had a 7-day uptrend of 183% and a high sale of $137 for a 9.8. And it is gorgeous looking.
Yeah, I mean, this book was already hot. Like, it needed anything else to push it over the top, and maybe people in the know knew that it was going to be developed for, what is it, Netflix, right? It's going to be a Netflix show.
I think it's going live. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right.
Yeah, but there are, I think, 27 variants for it.
Oh, there's too many.
There's a ton of them, which is amazing for an image book when you think about it, right? I mean, it just goes. But I like the actual virgin one of this where it's not. But actually, the red one looks pretty dope. But instead of the red in the background, it's just all white. Have you seen that one?
Mm-hmm.
Because I started looking at it when the price was going up, and I was like, oh man, people on eBay are going crazy for this. So we'll see. I mean, well, like we always say with image, stuff, especially on Netflix. Netflix has a tendency to change your mind or just cancel good shows, and so we shall
image
see.
titles are hit or miss. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
They'll option a bunch of them, but then how many really come to fruition?
Exactly. Like I think Amazon Prime stuff has a better longevity. Speaking of which, there's a Jupiter's Legacy trailer drop.
I gotta pull out those books. I gotta find
Same
them.
I
here.
have the entire run. I can't wait for it. All right, so number 10 on the list is the Department of Truth, the Jenny. I'm gonna go with FRISON. Make it sound a little fancy.
Ooh.
And number 10 is the Jenny FRISON variant. All right, DJ Curse, give me a 9.
Number 9.
Speaking of which, what do we have for number 9?
Well, how about another Department of Truth number 1? This is the regular cover, and as Justin noted, the series is on fire. James Tynion the fourth has quickly become the new it guy in comics, and this standard cover sold 45 copies. It had a 7-day trend of 125% and a high sale of $154 for a CGC 9.8. Pretty good for a brand new book.
It is. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, they're only on issue number 6? Does that drop this week?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the first trade just came out.
That's crazy. It just goes to show you that Hollywood is really like looking like, where can we find stuff? Let's find something that already has a following and they know will get them viewership. Because if you just develop something out of nowhere, they'll think, if enough people follow the comics, they'll get more viewers. So there's gold in them there, Hills. So number 9 on the list is the Department of Truth, the regular cover. Wow, look at that. All right, DJ Curse, give me a number 8.
Number 8.
And DJ Curse probably even remembers this comic. What is number 8?
Guys, stop buying this book.
Why? I got 4 to sell right now tonight. I got 4 of
X-Force
them.
number
If you
1.
want them, let me know.
The Deadpool trading card from 1991. Man, this was a holdover from last week. It's still selling because of the high demand for the Deadpool rookie card coming in this issue. Sold 53 copies last week, had a 7-day uptrend of 126%, and a new high sale of $54 for a raw copy.
So what Ryan didn't tell you is he has them for sale, but he already took the cards out. So if you want the comic without the card, then Ryan's got I got the comic Deadpool trading card. Then I read somewhere that this isn't even his rookie card. There was another Deadpool card out there somewhere, but whatever the market says. So actually I want to bring up something in one of our last videos, somebody left a pretty interesting comment that he follows the sports card YouTuber world. And, all the groups and stuff, kind of like the GameStop people on Reddit. And he said that they are going to start looking at comic books. So be careful out there. There may be a new influx of money coming in for people who don't really know about comic book collecting. So you may see some crazy price fluctuations or people getting together to buy certain comics. Hopefully they just go out and get Silver Surfer 1 or, ASM 300, and they're not, all clamming together to get some stupid crap like, this card, hopefully they're not just looking for comic books that have cards in them. But just know there's forces out there that want to join in on the comic book collecting world. So that's kind of interesting that these other sports card people are talking about, starting to, now that they pretty much used up all the trading cards, it's not a secret anymore. They're like, where can we go? If they think comic books are a secret, they're in for a rude awakening once they see what the real collectors are doing. So X-Force number 1, the Deadpool trading card in at number 8. All right, give me a 7, Ray.
Number 7.
I'm stoked for this book.
Well, here we go. It's Marvel Spotlight number 4. This is a 1972 production. Last week on WandaVision, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, you got 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wanda wanders into Agnes's basement to discover the Darkhold, a book of ancient scrolls written by a Marvel villain named Chthon, the world's first dark magician. Going back to Doctor Strange, one book was missing from the library of Camartage. It's thought that it was the Darkhold, which appears to be the source of Agnes's powers. If Marvel is introducing the Darkhold, it could introduce a much darker side of the Marvel universe. This issue is the first appearance of the Darkhold and sold 32 copies. It had a 7-day trend of 230% and a high sale of $429 for a CGC 9.0.
I would like to debunk that notion that what collectors think and what certain YouTubers and bloggers are saying that the Darkhold is the missing book in Doctor Strange. The missing book in Doctor Strange is the book of Cagliostro. That's the book that Caviezius, whatever, used to summon Dormammu. There are literally two different books in the MCU. There's the Darkhold. The Darkhold first appeared in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is totally separate from the book that's in Doctor Strange. So I hope you guys don't think the book in Doctor Strange is actually the book that you're seeing in WandaVision, because I don't think it is, because the Darkhold is a different book, because even the book itself looks different, unless they're saying Mephisto and Dormammu are the same person, which I doubt, because go look up your lore. First appearance of Darkhold is in the MCU, and it's part of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The book of Cagliostro is the book that Caecilius, I can't even say his name.
Yeah, that's right.
Caecilius stole so he could summon Dormammu. So if you really want to, it's just they're different books. So hopefully you guys aren't buying this because it makes sense. Yeah, the book in WandaVision is the Darkhold, but then I've seen people like posting pictures. Oh, is this the book? Is it a hexagon? Well, that book it was already stolen and was used already. So it's a totally different book, unless they are going to combine the two and say the book in Doctor Strange, Cagliostro. Can I say the book of Cagliostro, which was stolen, and then remember they killed the old librarian before Wong took his place, and the Darkhold was actually.
Did they steal the book, or did they just rip the pages out of it? I thought he just ripped the pages out of it.
Yeah, they just took the pages.
Yeah, but no, I think Doctor Strange did something where he went back into time to see the book.
Yeah, he used the time stone on it and put the pages back.
Yeah, because the Darkhold is in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so I don't think that that would be the same book.
Oh, it can't be.
Because if you look at the book itself, there's some squiggly lines going down the middle of it. That's the same pattern that's on Darcy's shirt. Remember when she's inside of the bubble? Remember she's wearing that weird circus outfit, and she has these patterns going down her rather busty jacket, and it shows the same lines are in the book, and that book looks different from what's in. But you never know. Maybe they can combine the two and see where they go from there. But speaking of which, I'll get to it after this next book, because you know what, WandaVision is fueling a lot of speculators out there. It's pretty cool, man. People
it's
are picking
opening
up on
a lot of
clues.
doors.
Yeah, so some people are right, some people are wrong, and some people are yet to find out, because we still got 2 episodes left. So give me a 6, DJ Curse.
Number 6.
How apropos he said 6, 6, 6. And for number 6, what do we got?
We got another WandaVision book. So Fantastic Four, number 185 from 1977 out of the Marvel Comics. So again, another WandaVision spoiler. So the twins were introduced to Agnes's pet rabbit, Signor Scratchy, as in episode 2. But in the comics, Agnes Harkness, who, spoiler, is the true identity of Agnar, has a son named Nicholas Scratch, whose first appearance is in this issue. So Nicholas is also a powerful wizard / supervillain in the Marvel comic universe that has direct connections to both Mephisto and Dormammu. This connection feels deliberate in a hint of a possible appearance however, at the same time, it could just be a fun little Easter egg that they threw in there. Regardless, people are going out and buying this book. Has sold 41 copies last week, had a 7-day uptrend of 180%, and a high sale of $30 for a raw copy for a fantastic $4. Whew.
Yeah. So my theory on this is, in WandaVision, I think, I mean, if you didn't know Agnes was Agatha Harkness, then you don't watch this show, or you don't watch any shows, period. It was only obvious. But in the show, I think she's using the twins to have her own offspring, which is Nicholas. I was going to say Nicholas Sparks, which is this cat right here. And so that's why people are picking this up, because he has ties to Agatha Harkness. It's her son. I want to put that in quotation marks. And what's also interesting is the license plates on Agnes's car. Where were they from? Connecticut. Where did the Salem witch trials happen originally? It happened in Connecticut. So there is these weird little ties that goes through there. And speaking of which, tomorrow I'm going to be going live at 2 p.m. because I have a special guest from the UK via France that's going to be joining me. It's his name is Edward, and he runs a website called thesmallscreen.com. And he's got some great sources. Me and Mikey both use him as well. They both seem to have know people that are in the know. And he has some great insight on some stuff happening in WandaVision and Marvel in general. So what we're going to do tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific, since I can't go any later because that's basically 10 p.m. in the UK. So I'm going to go have a special show with Edward, and we're going to talk about what we think is going to happen in the next issue of WandaVision. And I'll probably have him back on again on Friday morning after WandaVision, and we'll follow through and see what our predictions happened. Really, at this point, there's not been much to talk about. Well, there's been a lot, but it's, I think after this episode, a lot more will come clear into picture. So tomorrow, 2 p.m., I'm going to go live with Edward from Small. Maybe I'll just pull it up here. You can follow him on Twitter. He does a great job with the Marvel spec. He also has sources that Mikey Sutton has also says smallscreen.co.uk is the name of the website. You can follow him on Twitter as well. Edward is the owner of it. I've been on a couple of live shows with him. He's a very knowledgeable cat. He knows some people that are in the Hollywood business. So if you guys have any questions about the MCU or about WandaVision, hop in tomorrow, and we're going to go live at 2 p.m. Pacific, man. So while everybody's working, we'll see if we get but it's going to be fun, man. Edward knows his stuff. He's a cool cat. So let's get to it, boys and girls. We're halfway there, believe it or not. So number 6, Fantastic Four, number 185. What do we got? Give me a 5, Ray.
Number 5.
And more WandaVision stuff.
More WandaVision, yes. This is Captain Marvel number 1. Monica Rambeau, as we know, has had multiple superhero identities, and all have increased in sales. However, her first solo as Captain Marvel series really took off this week. It sold 27 copies. It had a 7-day trend of 311% and a high sale of $350 for a CGC 9.8.
Wow.
350.
This is one of the few ones I don't have. So,
I used to leave this book in dollar bins all the time.
Yeah. Well, I told you guys offline in our private chat, this version of Captain Marvel was recently in the Spider-Man Symbiote series, and with Greg Land doing the internal art. And it was kind of weird because they brought this version of Captain Marvel back into comics because there's something to do with time. And it's actually Black Suit Spider-Man from Secret Wars in this issue. It's pretty interesting read if you guys haven't checked out Symbiote Spider-Man. So there you go. So every incarnation of Captain Marvel, Photon, Proton,
Get them all.
Get them all. I mean, I think she goes by the name of Photon now, right?
Spectrum. That was, I think,
Spectrum. Yeah, Spectrum was another one. I think she also went by the name of Futon because she just used to sleep on people's. I don't know. Just gonna reach in anyway. Futon.
Yeah.
All right, so coming in at number 5 is Captain Marvel #1, the giant size special from 1989, a book nobody ever gets. 9.8 for $3.50. All right, give me a 4 work curse.
Number 4.
We got a returning champion that's still holding strong.
Oh, yeah. Taskmaster #3. This one came out 2 weeks ago. This was on our list last week. So this is the first appearance of Taiguchi, the standard cover right here. Pretty badass cover as well. Sold 57 copies, had a 7-day uptrend of 400%, and had a new high sale of $29 for a raw copy. It did sell 89 copies the previous week and had a 7-day uptrend of 106% with a high sale of $28. And I did just see that they did announce a second printing of this book where it's almost the flip side where you actually see the first appearance of the character.
Well, there you go. So if you haven't paid attention, there's a second print that's coming out of this already, knowing that how hot it's got, and it actually features the actual character on the cover, Taguchi. So there you go. The first South Korean superhero still going strong, man. And I have a feeling this was under ordered, not a lot of people, but now people are finally realizing they need to go find this on eBay or wherever else. But there you go. Number 4 on the list, Taskmaster #3. We're almost there, boys and girls. Give me a 3, DJ Curse.
Number 3.
Well, it wouldn't be a list without Spawn #1.
I was just gonna say, Spawn #1 is like herpes. It just shows up every 2 or 3 times a year. Isn't that right, James? Tell him, James. James knows.
Oh man! Recently, Spawn creator Todd McFarlane announced 4 new Spawn ongoing series focusing on Gunslinger Spawn, Medieval Spawn, Redeemer Spawn, and She Spawn. Spawn has Spawn has always been a consistent seller on CovrPrice. However, this news gave his first issue a nice boost in sales and price. It sold 89 copies. It had a 7-day trend of 118%. And a high sale of $207 for a CGC 9.8. Spawn is still selling.
Crazy. You know what? And it's going to do big numbers.
It will. Huge.
Because has Gunslinger Spawn appeared in the actual inside of a comic yet, or has he just been on the cover?
I don't know.
He was in Lashley's little run that he did.
Yeah.
It was currently.
I mean, me personally, I would love to see Medieval Spawn. I think Medieval Spawn and Witchblade, that was great. Samurai Spawn. There's so many different Spawns to go. I mean, Gunslinger Spawn seems boring to me, but, whatever, man. But I saw some people in the live chat say this, and I will say this now because in the comments section afterward, people are going to try to correct me. Well, the Connecticut witch trials are actually considered the first mass trial in this country for witches. It predates the Salem trials by about 30 years. So before you try to correct me, there's some history for that ass, okay? So the Connecticut witch trials happened 30 years before the ones from Massachusetts, and that's why you see Connecticut plates. Her car was originally New Jersey. That's where Westview was, but when she reappears, all of a sudden, Agatha Harkness plates say Connecticut. So there you go. So Google it. It's a thing.
Learn about comics and get a history lesson here
about
on Witches.
Long
Box.
That's right. The Connecticut witch trials happened before the Salem witch trials. So
that's right, bitches.
That's right.
You want to fight about it?
Yeah, DJ Curse Words. What do you got to say about that? So there you go. Just like herpes, Spawn #1 reappears on this list. And you know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna buy them all when they come out.
Might as well.
Well, our boy Donnie Cates is doing one of the stories. Speaking of which, shout out to Donnie Cates. Go follow Donnie Cates. Give him a follow. So, no, but McFarlane has got some great people working on these new lines. Todd McFarlane, he always that's why he got Ken Lashley. He got Philip Tan. He always gets top-notch artists and then pairs them with great writers because he's not a good writer. Sorry. But Spawn #1, man, this book just continues to grow. I can't even imagine what that black and white.
It goes away.
Yeah,
pops right back up.
I know James is laughing right now because he's got those rare ass variants that he sold for like $3,000. I can't believe that, dude. That's crazy. Raw. He bought them for like $1.
Yep.
You bastard, James. All right, number 3 on the list is Spawn number 1 from 1992, and everybody should have that on their list. This next one, I don't know so much. What do you got for 2, Ray?
Number 2.
If everybody had a perfect list so far, this may throw a wrench in it.
Yeah, definitely. This is called Black Cotton, number 1 from Scout Comics, just recently released. So this is a very thoughtful and provocative book that's earned its place on this list for simply being a great read. It's set in an alternate reality where the social order of white and black is reversed. And in an elitist family, the Cottons are rocked by a tragic shooting that begins to unravel long-standing family secrets that could not destroy not only the family, but also divide the fragile social climate of the world. It's highly recommended that you actually go and read this book. But apparently the market thought it so well that they ran out and bought 41 copies, had a 7-day upturn of 342%, and had a high sale of $17 for a raw copy.
Does the market have a name? Is it like one person buying all of them? And that seems rather... I've never seen this in my life.
Never.
No.
Yeah, but we've seen some Scout Comics pop up here and there. So I just think that people are saying, these Scout Comics, maybe there's something to them, But there you go. John said he had 2 copies. Somebody is 0 for 10, which Peter Porker, what's up, bro? Come on, 0 for 10.
Come on, you gotta have a Spawn.
The comic bot is 0 for 0 for 0. Oh man, come on, man. No comment. All right. We are there, finally down to the last one. What do we got for number 1, DJ Curse?
Number 1.
All right, a little extra for that ass. All right, what do we got for number 1, boys?
Avengers, the
Holy
Initiative.
shit, I would have never thunk it. I saw the news last week, and I didn't think anybody would really trip on it, but apparently they did.
Featuring Reptile, number 1. Per Newsarama, Marvel is billing Reptile as the next biggest hero. The article notes that Marvel is positioning the young Mexican-American superhero who can turn into dinosaurs as its next star. Marvel Comics will bring former Avengers Academy student Reptile to prominence in May in his first solo limited series. Yeah, a hero who can turn into dinosaurs. It's definitely a no-brainer right here. With this news, his first appearance in this issue went nuts price-wise and sold 12 copies. It had a 7-day trend of 1,266%, and it had a high sale of $69.99 for a raw copy. Do you believe it?
He's basically Dinosaur Boy.
Yeah.
Just call him Reptile. Because I remember when I saw the news of this, I go, that's pretty. I said that's interesting. It's not based off movie news or anything. Jeff Smith has -12 of 11. Awesome job, Jeff. I saw this news and I didn't think anything of it, but it just 2021 is just a continuation of 2020.
There's no rhyme or reason.
Yeah, but I can see him appearing in maybe Moon Girl, Devil Dinosaur.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But I think he's more, he's not, I wouldn't say he's adult, but he's definitely not like a Moon Girl, Devil Dinosaur is definitely for the kids. But I think he has ties to Avengers Academy. He has ties to Avengers Academy. And I think Strange Academy too. Or is it, I get confused. There's too many academies going on nowadays. But when the news dropped, I was just thinking, man, this is crazy. Just like anytime you hear any little news drop. So anyway, Avengers, the initiative featuring Reptile, number 1, is in at number 1. We put our beautiful mugs back on the screen here. So like I said, nowadays, any piece of news drops, just start looking for that comic because if, like I said, comics are just getting crazy now. Sports card traders are getting into our world now. Next thing you know, Reddit GameStop traders are going to be going into the comic book world now. So it's just kind of crazy. But like that Reptile book, I doubt it'll be. Do you think it'll be number 1 next week?
No way.
Never say never.
I think next week's book will be what just dropped today, the Blue Beetle news. I'm
Yeah.
thinking Infinite Crisis 3 and 5.
Okay, yeah, that'll definitely be on that.
Remember,
And Justin will have 83 of those sales.
on the September 2019 episode, where it was me and Word Burglar, we actually dropped a long-term spec that Blue Beetle was going to be made into a movie. So hopefully you've been rocking with the Lord since 2016, and you would have got all your Blue Beetles already. At that point, all we knew was Blue Beetle. So I put up the Jamie Reyes version, the Silver Age version, and the Golden Age version. But apparently it's going to be specifically going to be the Jamie Reyes version, and it's going to be on the big screen. So there you go. But I think the Department of Truth has got legs, though, because that book was already hot. And then when you couple that with some news that it's going to be developed, man, it's going to be crazy. And I do believe that the new Iron Fist series has an upcoming first appearance as well. So every Wednesday, for you cats on the West Coast, pay attention to social media on when you find out when you wake up, because typically on the East Coast, those guys on the East Coast will give us all the information we need. Sorry, guys.
Cheaters.
We're 3 hours behind you, so we're like, as soon as I wake up, it's like, oh, thank you for telling
I
me.
guess
this
the
is first
only
experience.
good thing is that if I miss it here, I can call friends on the West Coast and say, hey, grab it
Hit
for
up
me,
my-
would you?
Yep, hit up Mike at Comics, Tunes, and Toys in Tustin, California on their Facebook page. If you send them a message, they typically respond back. And I think, Justin, you've had some books. You ordered some books from Mike,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah, I
he'll
ordered some books.
Yeah, he'll ship all the way across, and Mike typically gets a hold of variants, but he also has a large subscriber pull list. So typically the pull list, if they all already grabbed the 1 in 50s and 1 in 100s, if I remember, I'll try to grab them. But anyway,
And you got Aegis Comics on that Alaska time, so when everyone misses it, you guys can grab it from them.
oh yeah, they were way behind. There you go, our friends at Aegis Comics of Alaska and DJ
Yeah.
Curse Words. One more time, guys, boys and girls, this is Reese. If you guys can help out, this is one of friend's dog that they rescued. They found out that she needs surgery in order to live. She's only 6 years old. The surgery is going to cost $6,000. So I asked if you can please help out. Drop the GoFundMe link in there to go help our friend out, Savannah. She's a good friend of my girlfriend. If you could help them, poor little Reese there. $8,000. I'm telling you, that dog, like Ryan said, man, if you have a dog, get insurance, because vet bills can pile up quickly. And unfortunately, so many times people can't afford the vet bills, and they put their dogs down simply because they just, it's COVID. Who's got $8,000? People are barely surviving. So if you can help out Reese there, go to that link I just put there twice on the GoFundMe, $5, $10, whatever you can. Help out as much as you can. And look at that poor face. Oh, poor little wiener dog. I love wiener dogs. I like wiener dogs and corgis for some reason now. Like corgis, I just like the way they waddle. I don't know what it is, man. Speaking of waddling, DJ Curse, tell them where they can find you one more again.
You can catch me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/I am DJ Curse. I have a sporadic schedule, so I mean, I would just tell you to check twitch.tv/I am DJ Curse. I'll put my schedule up there.
So tomorrow at 7 a.m. though, right?
I
Roughly.
don't know.
If he gets up early enough in time, it'll be there.
Yeah, if I'm usually an early riser and stuff, but we'll see. I mean, it's 50-50 right now.
I mean, that's
All
10
right.
o'clock East Coast, so you guys can sleep in over here.
Yeah.
All right. Dark Side Jenna, any last words?
No, sir. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.
Justin, any last words?
Yeah, you can find me at the Comic-Con podcast. Drop the new Star Wars spec today, and of course, find out the other stuff that's been going on the Comic-Con podcast. Drop the link in there. Thanks, guys, for everyone who's supporting it. Listen to us on a weekly basis as well. So that's all I got.
All right. And then tomorrow, boys and girls, we're going to be doing some WandaVision spec and some other MCU news from our friend at smallscreen.co.uk. So I'll probably be going live right around 2 p.m. if work allows. Edward has some great sources. So if you guys peep out the live show, I'll schedule it soon enough. So if you're hanging out at work and you can listen, or if you're already off work in the East Coast, but we're going to be 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Pacific. We're probably going live because he's in the UK, so it's going to take a little bit of time. Plus, he just has a really cool accent. I like hearing British people speak, so there you go.
Nice.
Until next time, boys and girls, also make sure you check out our 6,000 subs giveaway. We already got like 170 entries, so go check out the video. We're going to let this run for 2 weeks, and we'll give away a bunch of cool stuff. So until next time, boys and girls, you know what to do. Keep digging in them long boxes. Peace out. That one's too long.
Let's do this! Rewind, select and come again. Pull up that from the top to the very last. Jump.
Who are you to make their lives bitter in hard bondage? In this you shall know that the Lord is update. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do it! We're here! We're back! Word up! Can't do my job! You can't get fresher than this!
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 5 greatest heroes. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
When it comes, I won't even notice.
Oh, how so?
I'll be too busy looking good.
You can't understand.